Hey traders, Park here with another indicator. Today I'll be introducing you to the price channel range. Basically what you need to understand is this: stocks are either trending or they're consolidating and just trading within a range. So this indicator helps you figure out if a stock is trending or if it's just trading within a range. So let's zoom in and let's go to today with the S&P 500. Some of the features that I programmed into the indicator was the ATR average, what I gave away free, and so if the stock is consolidated or just trade within a range, you get the range as you see right here. But once it breaks it, you get the ATR to give you a better prediction of how high the stock could go away from the actual average line right here. So you can see right here, it broke below or broke below this range right here that it created, and then you just look at your average price right here, this dark blue line, and then you have your ATR to give you some type of idea. Hey, how far can it move away from its actual? On average, how far does stock actually move? So you got this push down into this range, ATR range right here, and then you got this push up, and it basically traveled within there for a little while, and then it finally broke down and broke all the way down here, and then it created another range. It broke up. You didn't get the signal, but it's still relying on this past low right here. So you can say, in one sense, in this consolidation box or in this box right here, the stock is it made a move down and then it made a move up, and it's using this down move and this up move to create the range, and then it broke above this range, but it's still using this low of this range right here. You can see it forms throughout the stock, and it just gives you a better understanding. Hey, whether it's consolidation, find different areas of consolidation, find different ranges throughout the stock. And the ATR, like I said before, gives you an understanding, hey, a better prediction, somewhat so, of how far the stock can move away from its actual average. And you can see right here, it was just trending down the whole time. And basically, you're using the actual average of the stock, and you're using the ATR, as an average how far a stock can actually move, and it actually stayed down here for a little bit, pushed above, and tried to stay in there. But as you can see, this is all just weak volume. These two are all weak volume. Then it created this second range. It broke below. The range will only break. They won't break if a high breaks above the range. They only break if the actual body of the candle breaks the range high or low. You can see right here, these lows broke the range, but for the most part, the body of the candle didn't break into here. This works a lot better on higher time frames, but you could use it on the lower time frames. You would get more signals, and you can see the chart is somewhat kind of messy, but for the most part, it works just fine, because you can see right here, this huge drop right here. It didn't use these ranges that actually broke down below and broke down below. So it used the range right here. And you can see how the S&P 500 basically just traded within that range all day, or for the better part of the day, or the better part of the time. Even though this low right here, so this made, this volume above 2 deviations right here would be a good signal to jump into the stock if you want to go long. And this long low wick, and you got this long low wick over here as well. We get an indication of support or buyers being in this area. The other thing I add in here with these fields, this 214 field and this is 78.6 field right here, and this white line right here is your middle, and these two gold lines are your range top or range bottom. And it finally broke above here, but it wasn't sustainable, and the stock broke. S&P 500 broke right back into another range using this low right here, or not that low, but using this prior low down here and this up move. And let's go look at another one. So you can see right here, it's basically trending up. Basically, it's trending up. So if you want to look for breakouts or breakdowns, so this indicator works out really well for that. And you can if these ATR lines or ATR clouds aren't helping you, I think I programmed that in there. So no, I just had to do that later on. But I make it fully customizable where if these ATR levels are not helping you, that you can just cut those off and go from there. But for the most part, this is what the indicator is. It helps you find areas of consolidation or areas of trend, and you can see right here, it's basically trending up, but it has these pauses right here. So you can almost look at it like this right here is a pullback to the midpoint of this range right here, or to the actual average, and then you have this push above, pull back, then go below the midpoint of the range, and you have this push above. And we can go for, let's go look at it on a higher time frame. And this is what it looks like on a daily. This is the S&P 500, and right now I have it set for 16 days. I have it set for 16 days. Let me get rid of my drones for a moment so we can see this a little more clear. So for the most part, we created another range. We broke above this range right here using this previous low right here. Broke above this range, couldn't sustain it, and it tried to push above into this this other ATR range right here, and it couldn't. It's basically just stayed within this ATR range, and then it found another consolidation period, bars for consolidation, and it started using this low right here and this high right here and created this range. It tried to sit right here on the 78.6 and this average 16-day average line right here, and then it came to the right now. It's sitting at the midpoint of the range right now, and it could possibly move back down here where I'm kind of sort of hoping it doesn't, hoping that it could possibly get a bounce right here, but we'll see. Let me put my drones back on there, and yeah, it broke below here, this low right here, or these lows in this area right here, and broke below that low, so possibly maybe use this low right here. But I usually do my technical analysis mostly on this weekly chart. So this is a weekly chart of S&P 500. Let me get rid of the lines once again. And you can see right here, this is when the pandemic happened, and the whole bottom just collapsed out. It traded within this range right here, and then it finally got this broke above. You could say it's saying August, but I'm pretty sure this is a weekly chart. So you could almost say that, hey, it got above the 50. You could probably take your risk right here, or I possibly would have taken my risk right here on this 21.4 field right here for the most part, and rode it out from there, at least up to the halfway mark of the range. But you can see right here, you have good volume. So if I scroll over, you can see this is good volume. Even though you had these two right here, these down periods, have this low and this high wick right here, but this low right here is solid. And then you got this low right here, this lower wick right here. Even though it could be considered somewhat of a high wave candle, if you wanted to, you could take the risk right here on this candle, this low right here, and stay in the stock up into the midpoint. Or if once you got to the average, make your decision: am I going to stay in, or am I going to let it go? But it went ahead and pushed up right here, and then from there it actually started trending, where it created another area of consolidation and pullback, and then it started just trending up, and it just trended up from November up into August. So you can almost look at, yeah. So it just trended up, and you can see how it rode the average, and it stayed within this ATR average range right here. It broke down below, came back in the average, couldn't break out of an above, but it stayed within this area of trend upward. Create this small box of consolidation, continue to trend over, consolidation, trend, broke down. It tried to break above here, but it broke down. Create this area consolidation using this high and this low right here. And right now, this is what the S&P 500 is doing on this weekly. I believe I had this. Yeah, I have this set at a 13 week average. And this is what the S&P 500 is looking like. This is just my unbalanced volume, and this is my regular volume. But for the most part, these are the features of the indicator. It's not a complete indicator, but I'm still working on it. So it's not gonna be available right now. But stay tuned for future videos, and when it's ready and I make it available, then you'll be the first ones to know. But for the most part, was my goal when I was creating this indicator, to find when the stock was trending and when it was just consolidating. And one of the indicators that I came across a while back was Ben 10's consolidation box. I really liked the box. I really liked the concept, but it seemed like I was never satisfied with it, and especially with the way it works at times. But it's fairly accurate, but I believe what I created is more accurate. And like I said, it's not a done indicator. It uses a certain amount of bars to create the range, as long as it's trading within a certain high-low range. It's unspecified, but I make it more specified, where the user can actually go in there and change how many bars have to be traded within the actual range for it to create the range. But for the most part, that's what this indicator does. And if you ever hear a lot of great stock traders, they look for stocks that are basically in consolidation ranges, and they're looking for the breakout. So that's what this does. And this will probably help swing traders or long-term traders a lot more than actual day traders. But like I showed you with the lower time frames, it works on lower time frames as well. But I hope this video has been informative to you and helped you understand some things. Don't take this as any type of advice to buy or sell any type of stock, or even buy this indicator or get this indicator. But I'm just informing you on some of the things I have coming down the pipeline. And this is just one of them. I have a couple of other ones that I haven't displayed yet. But I really appreciate you guys taking the time out to listen to what I had to say. I hope that this has helped, and I hope that you are safe, and God bless you. And yeah, it's kind of late, so I sound kind of tired. But this is the end of the video. God bless, and thank you for taking the time out to listen to what I had to say.